Welcome to Football Fan Den UK. Hope you guys having a good day. So we're here for a big game this evening, guys, as Newcastle start their adventure in the Champions League away at AC Milan. And should be a good game, guys. I'm just going to share the team news on the screen. The teams are on the field, so we should be getting kickoff in just a moment. And as you can see, guys, Milan lining up with 4 at the back, 3 in midfield, 3 up front, and Newcastle with the same formation. So question is, will they cancel each other out? Will we end up with a draw, or will one team come out on top? Going to be a tough one, this, for Newcastle, as AC Milan very experienced in Europe. But I'm sure the Toon Army will be relishing this adventure. So let's quickly go to the chat before the kickoff starts. Ben, how you doing, mate? Welcome to the show, Ben. Good afternoon, or good evening, should I say. Hope you've had a good day, Ben. Ben saying, come on, Newcastle. Absolutely, mate. Let's hope they can have a good result tonight in Europe, representing the UK. And yeah, should be a good game, mate. Should be a cracking game, as the players just having a huddle. And we should be off and underway very short. What's this going on here? What the hell? Sorry about this, guys. Something going on with this. Oh, come on. So the team's just on the field. Sorry, guys. I'll come back to the chat in a minute. This thing's just deciding to have a wobbler on me. So we're off and running as Newcastle kick us off and play the ball back to their centre-back. So now a long ball down the field. There we go. That's sorted. Sorry about that, guys. So Ben is saying, but I expect a 1-1 draw. Okay, mate. Well, we'll see what happens. Thanks for that, Ben. Ben with the first prediction of the night. So thank you very much for that, Ben. Hopefully Newcastle, I think, would be happy with that, to be fair. I think they'd be happy to get a point out of their first game. So thank you for that, Ben. Appreciated, mate. And Stevie saying hi, Gaz and all. How's it going, Stevie? Thank you very much for making yourself available, mate. Always appreciated. Ben saying one thing, Inter Milan 5, AC Milan 1. Okay, so I think Ben giving super score predictions there. And Ben saying, hi, Stevie, top stuff, mate. Nice one, Ben. And Stevie saying, come on, Newcastle as well. Absolutely. So thanks for that, mate. So AC Milan now with the possession as they play it back to the goalkeeper. So Milan now knocking it out wide to this near side. As and just cautiously knocking it about. At the moment, just outside their own box. Stevie saying, hi, Ben. How are you doing? Top stuff, Stevie. Thank you, mate. And Ben saying, doing well. How about you, Stevie? Nice one. Guys, awesome stuff. And Ben saying, I want United and Newcastle winning if they are playing tonight. Yes, Newcastle are playing tonight. I think it's Man City playing later on, mate. I think United are playing tomorrow. So ball out to that far side for Milan. As now they play it up the field, but Newcastle have intercepted it, playing it all the way back to the keeper. Now the goalkeeper kicks it long into the centre circle. As both sets of players challenge for it, and the referee's blown the whistle for a foul. So thanks for that, Ben. And Ben also saying, no, it's the score between the Milan derby. So I think Newcastle have the upper hand. Right. Okay, mate. Well, I didn't realise that because you hadn't mentioned the other Milan team, or that I didn't notice it anyway. So my bad. Thank you for that, Ben. So AC Milan now with a possession on that far side as they play it back into the centre. Now the ball played out wide to this near side as they move into the Newcastle half. Newcastle trying to press the ball, but Milan still with a possession as they play it back to the centre circle and now out wide to that far side. Coming forward now towards the Newcastle box as they work their way down that far side. Now ball crossed out to this near side as AC Milan trying to stretch the Newcastle formation. Now a shot from distance and the goalkeeper makes a comfortable save, and that released the pressure momentarily for Newcastle. Exciting night for the Toon Army, and hopefully they can get a positive result. So Newcastle now playing out from the back as they knock it out wide to that far side. AC Milan coming to press the ball, but Newcastle draw the foul, and that will be a free kick to Newcastle just midway inside their own half on the far side of the field. Mr. Barnsley, 2023. How you doing, Ryan? Welcome to the show, mate. Mr. Barnsley, 2023, saying, "Hey up, everyone. How's it going, mate? Hope you had a good day." Let us know, Ben. Sorry, Ryan. Let us know, Ryan, if you got any thoughts on a score prediction, mate. As now Newcastle playing the ball through the middle, now coming forward as they come into the Milan half at speed. Now played out wide to this near side. Milan just trying to get bodies back behind the ball as Newcastle play it now into the centre, just in front of the Milan goal. Now played out wide to that far side, but now Newcastle switch it back as now the ball comes out to this near side. Cross comes in, headed away by Milan as it's knocked away eventually out to this near side, and that's going to be a throw-in to Newcastle. Trippier to take the throw-in on this near side. Newcastle now playing the ball back to the halfway line from the throw-in. As now they play a long crossfield ball out to that far side. Milan coming to challenge for it, but Newcastle managing to retain the possession. As now they come towards the byline, working their way into the box. Ball crossed in, and it's knocked away. And that's going to be a goal kick. Yeah, so goal kick to Milan. Ben saying 2 days until the new FIFA game. I know you're not interested, but I'm happy. No, fair enough, mate. Fair enough. I know you youngsters like the FIFA football. Can't fault you, mate. I was young once myself, you know. I did used to like it when I was younger, but now I'm older. I just get stressed with it. So it's not that I don't like it. I don't play it anymore to avoid the stress. You'll understand when you get older, Ben. I think the day-to-day life just adds the stress to you, so you haven't got the patience for FIFA games. So, yeah, but glad you're looking forward to it, mate. Hope you enjoy it when it comes out. I bet it's quite expensive, though. So now Milan playing out from the back as they knock the ball out wide to this near side. Now coming forward down the centre as they race up towards the halfway line. Ball played out wide to this near side as Newcastle just shifting players about. Now a challenge comes in, and there's nothing in that, but the Milan clearly going to show that knowledge that they have of European football, how to draw a foul a lot easier, because you can draw softer fouls in the Champions League. And Newcastle, unfortunately, on that occasion, I fell for it. They're going to have to be switched on and learn quickly with regards to that. As now AC Milan with a free kick. Just to let you guys know, Ibrahimovic in the stands watching this one. Also, to let you guys know, if you're not aware, Newcastle actually got themselves in a bit of trouble last night with UEFA, which I'll tell you about that in a minute if you guys are not aware of it. So Ben saying, "Hey up Yorkshire." Thank you for that, Ben. Mr. Barnes is saying 4-1 home end. Okay, mate. Thank you for that, Mr. Barnsley. Dave, how you doing, mate? Welcome to the show. Dave saying 1-2 to Newcastle, I say. Okay, thank you for that, Dave. Appreciate it, mate. Welcome to the show, and I hope you've had a good day. Let's hope so. I think, that 2-1 would be awesome for Newcastle, but I think, to be fair, mate, I think they'd be quite happy to get a draw first game away from home tonight, but they'll be bouncing if your score predictions are correct, mate. So Newcastle now playing the ball back to their centre-backs as they push up the field. Now long ball down this near side as Newcastle trying to get in behind. But the Milan player there, grabbing hold of the shirt on Murphy. claims for a foul, but nothing given. You've got to shoot. Newcastle going to have to learn quickly with these fouls because Milan will use every trick in the book that they know from their experience of playing in this competition. So throwing on this near side for Milan as they throw it back to their defensive line and now all the way back to the goalkeeper. Newcastle pushing up to press the ball. And now the ball played out wide by the goalkeeper on that far side as Milan now push up the field coming forward as they race into the Newcastle half of the field, coming towards the edge of the Newcastle box. But now the linesman has flagged for offside and the referee blows the whistle. Yeah, just marginally offside there. Just can't see it. So thanks for that, Dave. And welcome to the show, mate. Mr. Barnes is saying, can't wait for Ben feeling like big kids to laugh out loud. Okay, well, I'm gonna try and avoid to get into that tonight. Let's just enjoy the game, guys. We don't need to have the childish banter, do we? We just don't need that tonight. As now Newcastle kick the ball long down the field. Milan knock it out of play, and that's going to be a throw-in for Newcastle on that far side. Ben saying hi, Dave. Nice one, mate. Top stuff, Ben. And Dave returning that same consideration. Amanda, how you doing, mate? Welcome to Football Fan Den UK. Amanda saying Milan vs Newcastle 3-0. So Amanda, I think that's 3-0 to Milan. Amanda's predicting. Are you a man or a lady? I'm not sure, but thank you very much for that, Amanda, and welcome to Football Fan Den UK. And well, as I say, welcome to the Fan Den community as well. As now Newcastle with a long crossfield ball out to that far side, now racing towards the Milan box as they come forward now towards the edge of the box. Milan trying to challenge, but Newcastle get into the box, cut it back, but it's intercepted by Milan. And now they play out from the back, trying to race forward down the middle. Clumsy challenge comes in from Newcastle. The referee waves the advantage, but as expected, Milan making the most of it, rolling round on the floor like they've been hit with a cricket bat. And that's why I say Newcastle are going to have to get switched on with that, because these European clubs like Milan, Real Madrid, Barcelona, all these Mediterranean clubs certainly know how to cheat to get an advantage with fouls. We see it every season in the Champions League. So Newcastle are going to have to be really switched on with that. Now the ball back with the Milan goalkeeper as he kicks it long right down the centre. Both sets of players challenging for it as Newcastle managed to win the possession. Now playing it out wide to that far side as Milan come to challenge for it and win it back. Now Milan playing it back to the halfway line as they come forward now into the Newcastle half, played across the centre, but it's cut out by Newcastle. As now Newcastle play it out wide to this near side. Challenge comes in. Nice one. I like that. Newcastle play Milan at their own game there with a soft foul. Sorted. That's what I like to see. So thank you for that, Amanda. And as I say, welcome to Fan Den. Mr. Barnsley is saying, can't wait for Barnsley and Portsmouth. I thought they were. I did look before. Is that they actually playing? I know there was only a small amount of League One games on tonight. I think. I know there was half the Championship playing, but didn't see an awful lot. League One, yeah, only 3 games. Right, yeah. So you guys playing Portsmouth? Only 3 games tonight in the League One. So yeah, now Milan coming forward as they work the ball down that far side. Now ball played into the centre as a shot comes in and the goalkeeper makes the save. Ball ricochets out to this near side as the cross comes in and Milan getting another shot off and the goalkeeper again making the save as it's deflected out to that far side. And now Milan play it back to the halfway line. So Milan coming again. So thanks for that, Ryan. So now Milan with long ball out to this near side, coming forward. So They play the ball now down that far side, coming racing into the box. Ball crossed in as Newcastle knock it away out to that far side, and it goes out for a throw-in midway inside the Newcastle half. But Milan trying to ramp up the intensity now as they come again towards the byline. Ball crossed in as the goalkeeper manages to knock it away, but he's not cleared it yet as another shot comes in, and the goalkeeper just getting deflect the ball behind there. The shot coming off from Giroud as Pope just did enough, and the ball deflected off his chest and out for a corner on that far side to Milan. Ben saying, I don't see the signing of David Raya for Arsenal. Just a rip-off for Raya, in my opinion. Oh, that's... Milan just playing it back to the goalkeeper as the corner came in, and they had another opportunity there, but I missed that, trying to work out what Ben is talking about. Sorry, mate, I'm not following you there. Yeah, I'm not following that, Ben. That's a bit random, mate. It's not relevant to Newcastle, I don't think. So I'm not following that. Apologies, mate. Dave saying Arsenal, no, not on this day. Arnold, Armand, sorry, Armand. Is that Armand or Armand? Yeah, so it is. So I was reading it out as Amanda, wasn't I? So yeah, thank you, Dave. Let's hope you're right, mate. Let's hope Newcastle can come out with a good result for this one, mate. It's now the ball goes back to the Newcastle goalkeeper. And Mr. Barnes is saying, talking about new football game, guys. Sorry. Right. Okay. Sorry, my guys. Not my bad, guys. Ben did mention it earlier, actually. I'm trying to focus on the game, guys. So my bad. I always want to respond to your comments. Sometimes you guys just start talking about random stuff that I don't follow. So apologies there. My bad. Thank you for clearing that up, Ryan. You're a star, mate. Thank you. Now the ball played down this near side as Newcastle trying to get in behind, but Milan reading that well as they play it back to the goalkeeper. And now Newcastle playing it out wide to that far side as they come forward now, winning the ball back off Milan. Taking it to the byline, ball cut back, but it's on the edge of the box as Milan doing enough to knock it away. Now Newcastle forced to play it all the way back to the halfway line. If you're just joining us, guys, we are on 16 minutes gone, still 0-0. Don't forget, guys, please do hit that thumbs up if you could. And if you have already, thank you very much. Really appreciated. So now Newcastle playing it back to the goalkeeper as they play it out wide to this near side now. As Milan coming across to challenge for it, winning it, but then the referee blows for the foul. So thank you, Ryan. And Ben saying that name reminds me of Trent Arnold. Yeah, I'll have to do some research on this FIFA and what's the other one? Fantasy football. I know a lot of people play that as well, but I'm just getting too old for games. I don't know. I'm only middle-aged. I'm not that old. But I think when you get older and you just get busy with life, you just lose interest as much in games. And also, like I say, with the stress of daily life as well, it's FIFA is not exactly the best game to play. But good to hear you guys looking forward to the new release. And sure it'll get your football juices going. It's now Milan winning a throw-in on that far side, just on the halfway line, as they now play it back to their defensive line. Stevie saying, please remember to hit the like button. Thank you, Stevie. Absolutely, mate. Nice one. As now Milan playing the ball out wide to that far side as they come forward now, down the far side of the field towards the edge of the Newcastle box. Ball crossed in. It's headed away, but Newcastle unable to win it as AC Milan pick it up outside the box. Now shot comes in and the goalkeeper again making a good save as the ball deflects away, and I'm not sure where it's gone out exactly, but I presume it has gone out of play somewhere. Just saw the goalkeeper get the save in. I think it's gone behind for a corner. One thing I don't like about this stadium, guys, is the fences around it. The days of fences should be long gone, but unfortunately, Milan and AC and Inter Milan have a stadium with fences up. We know the danger of fences in stadium. Just look at the Hillsborough disaster. Now the ball crossed in from the corner, headed down towards goal, and it's deflected behind. And that was a good effort, in fairness, from Milan. But I think Pope got a touch to it. Yep, he's knocked it over the bar. So it's going to be another corner. So thanks for that, Stevie. Ben's saying, have done. Stevie, nice one, Ben. You're a star, mate. Top man. And Dave saying, always. Nice one, Dave. Also, corner comes in. As now the ball deflected behind. And that will be another. Yeah, we're just seeing a number of replays. Pope already being busy in the Newcastle box. So goal kick now for Newcastle as the ball kicked long up the field. Both sets of players challenging for it on this near side as it's Milan that eventually come away with it, playing it up the field now as Newcastle tried to challenge, but Milan managed to work through the press as now they play it into the middle, coming racing down the centre. Shot comes in from the edge of the box. Like a rocket, that shot, but it's always rising and goes over the bar. Not sure if Pope got fingertips to that. He did jump for it. Yeah, it's miles away from him. So Newcastle now with the goal kick. Going to have to be focused as they get further into the game. Milan starting to find them their best form. As now the goalkeeper kicks the ball long up the field. Both sets of players challenging for it as it's headed around now in midfield. Eventually, Newcastle getting the ball back down on the field as they play it back to their defensive line. And Stevie saying, thanks, guys. Nice one, Stevie. You're a star, mate. Thank you. Now, ball played out on that far side as both sets of players heading it about. Now Newcastle get it down as they come towards the byline on that far side. Milan trying to challenge for the ball, but eventually it's deflected out for a throw into Newcastle, I think. Well, it's gone out for a throw-in. I just don't know who got the last touch to it. No, it's Milan's throwing. So Milan with a throw-in deep inside their own half. Ben is saying, I forgot to say, but on Saturday while in Bromley, I saw the Oldham coach go by. I really didn't expect that. Expect to see them, but I checked who they were playing, and it was Bromley. Okay, interesting. Thanks for that, Ben. Yeah, that's interesting. Oldham are having a lot of trouble at the minute, though, aren't they? I've actually been to the club. To Oldham. I went last season to try and reach out to the club, and guess what they told me? Have a guess. To speak to the club, you have to contact the owner's solicitor. So you can't speak to anybody at the club at Oldham. You have to go through the owner's solicitor to speak to anybody at the club. What kind of football club is that? That's crazy. Milan now with the ball on this near side. Dave saying Nick Pope, Newcastle keeper, should be England's number one, not Pickford. Yeah, no, that's a good shout, to be fair, Dave. I think I'm not nothing against Pickford. He's doing okay, but obviously he's just in the wrong team. He needs to be in a team where he's going to grow confidence. At the moment, being at Everton is doing him no favours. I do actually think he is a good goalkeeper, but I do also agree that Pope is a good goalkeeper as well. I think he deserves more opportunity for England. I totally agree with you there, Dave. But I've nothing against Pickford. I just think Pickford maybe could do with a rest for international break, just to maybe to send him the message, get out of Everton, because that is a club that's going nowhere and thrilled to death about it. So yeah, Milan now playing the ball out to this near side. But thanks for that, Dave. Ken, how you doing, mate? Ken saying hi, everyone. Half time in Liberia. Okay, Ken, welcome to the show, mate. Hope you're doing good. Hope you've had a good afternoon. Sorry, I'm not following that very well. So thank you for that, Ken. Welcome to the show, mate. Hope you're having a good afternoon. Dave saying hi, Ken. Top stuff. Dave. I'm going to skip some of these comments, guys, because I do need to concentrate on the game a little bit more in this first half. As now Newcastle coming forward down this near side. Ken saying, hoping the Magpies can get a result. Absolutely, mate. Certainly agree with that. Thank you for that, Ken. Hope you're having a good day, mate. As Newcastle now with the possession, just knocking it about midway inside their own half as Milan pressing the ball, forcing Newcastle to play all the way back to the goalkeeper. As now this ball played out to this near side. As Newcastle now try to push up towards the halfway line and do, playing it into the centre now as they come forward, racing up towards the edge of the Milan box. Attempted cross comes in, but it's deflected off Milan. And that should be. How is that a goal kick? That took a deflection off Milan and they've given it as a goal kick. It should be a corner. Well, that is a shocking decision. For me, that was a corner. The last touch to me looked to have come off the Milan player. So ball kicked long up the field as Newcastle head it back in the direction it came from. Now Newcastle picking it up midway inside the Milan half as they play it forward, but Milan intercept it, playing it forward themselves as now Newcastle win the loose possession in midfield. Now playing it out wide to this near side as they try to play it in behind now, but the goalkeeper reads that really well, comes out to gather it, and that relieves the pressure for Milan. And Ken saying hi, Dave, and everyone. Nice one. Ken, you're a star, mate. Nice one. Loving the positive vibes from you guys. Kira236, how you doing, mate? Welcome to the show. Kira236 saying, what's going on? We are watching along for Newcastle taking on Milan, mate. Hope you're having a good day. Kira236, welcome to the show, mate. And hope you're doing well. Ben saying Newcastle v AC Milan, Kira. Thank you, Ben. Nice one, mate. And it's now Milan coming forward, playing it into the centre. Challenged by Newcastle, though, as they win it back. Now Newcastle playing it out wide to this near side, still inside their own half. As Newcastle losing possession there, as now Milan winning it back. They play it into the centre and then back out to this near side as they try to keep Newcastle boxed in towards the edge of their own box, but Newcastle having none of it as they challenge for the ball there. AC Milan a bit slow on the uptake as now Newcastle playing it out to this near side, now trying to push up the field. So thanks for that, Ben and Dave with laughing faces. Okay, mate. And Kira saying Newcastle with the late game winner. Prediction there from Kira. So thanks for that, mate. Let's hope so. That would be cool, wouldn't it? I'm sure the Newcastle fans would be absolutely buzzing with that. And you have to remember, guys, we obviously, from my point of view anyway, I always support UK clubs in Europe. The more success UK clubs have in Europe, the better it is for UK football, as in regards to seeding and positions, places available for UK clubs to play in Europe. The more points each club acquires towards the nations What did he call it now? I forgot. He's got a specific name, but each club that every time they play, FIFA grade it. They give points based on it. I've forgotten the name. Coefficiency. That's it. Coefficiency. It works towards your national teams or your national league getting more European places. I don't know if England can actually get any more European places. I think we might be at our maximum. I don't know, but I know English football is up there high. Scotland have improved their coefficiency, so they now have more European places available. So for me, I always get behind all UK clubs in Europe, but obviously I recognise that some of you guys might not like to. But now Newcastle winning the free kick because the referee's just been having a word with a couple of players, but we are back underway now. As now Newcastle play it forward down the middle. Challenge comes in from Milan. As Newcastle now draw the foul on that far side. So thanks for that, Kira. Dave saying Kira 1-2, hopefully, to Newcastle. Yeah, that would be a cracking scoreline. Like I say, I think anything, if they could get anything out of this, whether it's 3 points or 1 point, I think Newcastle would be pretty pleased with that in the first game in the group stages away from home. So Newcastle now with a free kick on that far side. Whoa, it's actually almost level with the centre circle, on the edge of the centre circle. But out on that far side. So Newcastle cross field pass now as eventually the cross does come in. It's headed away out to that far side, and that will be a throw-in. So 30 minutes gone, guys. Still 0-0. Now Newcastle played the ball back to the halfway line. Ken saying back to Liberia. You're in Liberia. Is that what you're meaning? I'm not understanding exactly what you're getting at there, Ken. Sorry, mate. Is that meaning you're over there? As Newcastle now coming forward down this near side. But Milan now winning the ball back from the shot. As now Milan playing it down this near side, coming forward as they play the ball towards the byline. Now crossed in as Giroud tries to latch onto it and does, but he's knocked the ball wide. And that will be a goal kick to Newcastle. But yeah, Newcastle just had a brief opportunity up the other end. But didn't really make the best of it. So yeah, sorry, Ken, I'm confused with that, mate. I don't understand why you're mentioning Liberia. It's not relevant to the game. I'm not sure if you're meaning that you're there or what. So I'm sorry, mate. I can't make sense of that. You guys certainly like to chuck me the curveballs with some of these comments sometimes. Please do explain what you mean when you're putting something like that, so I'm not sat there scratching my head wondering what you're meaning, because it just distracts me from the commentary guys trying to figure out what you're meaning. So please, if you could, guys, a little bit more information when you're putting random comments like that would be appreciated, so I can make sense of it quicker and keep you guys informed about the game that might not be actually watching it, because some of you guys might be watching it, but some of you might not be watching it. That is why I do the commentary alongside answering your questions and your comments and stuff like that, so that I can keep you guys informed that might not actually have access to watch the game. So I always appreciate you guys coming getting involved. That's what the channel's about. Want you guys to feel part of the channel. But like I say, please do try to make your comments easy to understand, so I can make sense of what you're getting at. So Newcastle have won another free kick on that far side, a little bit more central this time, just inside the Milan half. As now a long ball played forward, but the goalkeeper comes to punch it, and now Milan win back the possession. Dave is saying Pickford was the keeper that got Sunderland demoted from the Premier League. Oh, sorry, a break off now as Milan attacking at speed down this centre as they come into the box. He's got, what has he done there? He's made a right meal of it. Oh, Milan getting the shot off eventually, though, but last-ditch defending on the touchline as Newcastle managed to knock it away. Newcastle trying to keep the pressure on Milan as they try to work through the bodies there in the box, and eventually the ball is deflected behind, but Milan there trying to get several opportunities of shots off, but Newcastle were being dogged in their own box, and now is a corner on the far side for Milan. But yeah, Vafa Liar as the player there that couldn't get his shot off. Every time he tried, Newcastle were pouncing on him. Then he got the ball stuck under his feet. Then he went out wide with it and stumbled over it. Then Newcastle put in another chance. It was crazy how much he had time to get a chance there, but didn't. So corner comes in. It's knocked away by Pope out to this near side as Milan now back with a possession as they play it all the way back to the halfway line. And back to the keeper. So Dave saying Pickford was the keeper that got Sunderland demoted from the Premier League and last season last season before he nearly had Everton demoted and maybe again this year. Seriously, Dave, you can't, no offense, mate, but I get your logic, but you can't blame relegation entirely on a goalkeeper. There's 10 other players on the pitch, mate. No offense, but I know he might be unlucky to be with clubs that have got relegated, but seriously, there's 10 other players on the pitch. You can't say one player's responsible for a club getting relegated. He may have contributed to it. I agree with that. Yes, contributed to it, but no, seriously, if you was a goalkeeper, would you like to have all the blame put at your door? Don't think so, mate. No, I'm sorry, Dave. I agree with most of what you say, mate, but that on this occasion, I can't agree with that. You can't blame one player for a club getting relegated. There's 11 players on the pitch, mate. 10 other players in that team that have to take responsibility, plus the coaching staff, plus the substitutions, plus the backroom staff. Sorry, mate. I completely disagree with that. That's not right. And plus, Pickford would have been younger as well when he was demoted with Sunderland. So, no, I'm sorry, mate. I can't agree with that. Dave saying the refs are a waffer. Okay, mate. A waffer. That's a new one on me. Is that a waffer or a wafer? I'm not sure, but I might be reading it wrong. But thank you for that, Dave. That's a different one. So now Ben saying, if two English clubs were in the UEFA Champions League final and one was West Ham, I would support the other team. That's fine in my opinion. Yeah, no, that's fair enough, mate. Fair enough, yeah. Now Milan trying to race out from the back as they play the ball down this near side. And now into the centre and out wide to that far side as they push up the field at pace now. Getting into the Newcastle box, ball crossed in as it's headed across goal, and Milan just can't get their shooting boots on tonight. That player that plays for Milan looks a little bit like who's he look like now? And I can't think of his name now. Oh, but he does look a bit like him. Oh, what's his name's gone completely out of my head. That's because he's left the Premier League, so I'm rubbish with names, me guys. What's he called now? I can't remember his name now. And I should do because he's a high profile player. I can't think. My brain's obviously tired from the early start this morning. Mane, that's it, Mane. Couldn't think of his name for a second then. Milan have a player on that far side that looks similar. He's got a very facial features. He looks very similar to Mane. It's now Milan defending the ball as Newcastle cross it into the box and then clear the ball up the field. As now Milan trying to hit Newcastle on the counter attack, but Newcastle have managed to win the ball back. As now they play it out wide to this near side. David saying, Ben, if Wet Spam was in the UEFA Champions League final, I would watch. So you guys just having some banter with West Ham all along. I'm sorry to tell you guys, there's no West Ham fans watching, I don't think. So ball played up the field by Milan. So when's Millwall's next game then, Dave? You guys playing in the Cup tonight. There's a load of EFL Trophy games tonight. You guys, I'm presuming you guys still in that in some way. Yeah. EFL Trophy, let's have a look. No, I'm not seeing Millwall in it. You guys got to still be in that, can't you? Let me know, guys, Dave or Ben. What's Millwall's situation taking part in the EFL Trophy? Not the EFL Cup, the EFL Trophy, the one where they put the Premier League under-21s teams in it. So Newcastle have won another free kick out on that far side. As now the ball played out wide to this near side. There's a long crossfield ball out to that far side, but Milan challenging for the ball as they eventually knock it out of play, and that will be a throw-in for Newcastle about 10 yards from the corner flag. So Ben saying not even if it was Millwall, I know it's unrealistic. So I'm presuming you guys are making yourselves feel better about the disappointing result the other day by doing some West Ham bashing. Fair enough. So yeah, Dave saying, Ben, now that's a different story. Okay. Okay, guys. So I'm just going to bypass this banter about West Ham because it's not really relevant to the show. Ben saying, all I would hear there is Millwall. Okay. And Dave, thank you, guys. No problem, you guys having chatting with yourself about stuff like that. It's just obviously it's not really relevant to the game, so not much point me reading it out because it's just going to put off new fans joining the chat. As now the ball played long down the field. We just had a Milan player booked by the referee. So you guys going disappearing now because you're getting the because I'm not. Come on, guys, it's Milan. You're talking about Millwall and West Ham on a Champions League night. It's not going to attract new fans, so I've got to bypass it. You guys all gone now just because I've not read out. Maybe I should just turn the comments off. Maybe it's frustrating sometimes trying to keep everybody happy. Ben is saying, you mean Leo looks like Mane? Yes, he does. I don't know what he's called. I'm not familiar with the Milan team because I don't like to say I don't really watch too much of European football, to be fair, Ben. But thank you for that. Yeah, I'm not sure what he's naming, but he definitely looks like Mane. His facial features look the same. They look like brothers. His facial features are so similar. But thanks for that, Ben. And Leo saying hello. How's it going, Leo? Welcome to Football Fan Den UK, mate. Welcome to the show. And it's now Milan playing out from the back, knocking it out wide to that far side. And now played back to the goalkeeper. But yeah, thank you for that, Leo Schweik. I'm not sure if I'm reading Schweik. Apologies, mate. I don't know how to pronounce your second name. So thank you, Leo. Sorry about that, mate. I don't know how to pronounce your second name. Stevie saying hi, Leo. Thank you, Stevie. You're a star, mate. Thank you. Top man. So now the ball played out wide for that far side. Kira is saying bet Barcelona, Man City, and Feyenoord for the win today. That's charity to everyone. Think Feyenoord will win? I'll hope Feyenoord don't win, mate. They're playing Celtic later, obviously another UK club. But I think you're right with Man City and Barcelona. I'm not sure because I'm not sure who they've got this today. Who is it? Barcelona have got. Obviously, my main focus, guys, is UK clubs. Royal Antwerp, yeah, Barcelona. Yeah, you're right there, mate. Barcelona should win that quite comfortably against Royal Antwerp. I expect FC Porto might get something out of that game against Shakhtar Donetsk. Young Boys, just to let you guys know, Young Boys currently playing against RB Leipzig. That was also an earlier kickoff. That's on 45 minutes gone now, and that game is 1-1. So thanks for that, Kira. Interesting thoughts there, mate. Well, yeah, I'm sorry to say I hope you're wrong with regards to the Feyenoord result, though, mate. I want to see Celtic actually get some points on the board this season. Last season, they only got 1 point in the Champions League. Poor performance from Celtic. Although they have just, I don't know if you guys know, they've just announced record profits, Celtic. Apparently in profits, record, I can't remember the exact figure. I seen it yesterday, but they've recorded record amounts of profits. So clearly they're not reinvesting the money that they're making if they're making so much profit. And there goes the halftime whistle as the referee blows. So I'm going to quickly read out the match stats, guys, and then I'm going to quickly share a bit of news for you guys about Newcastle. I don't know whether you will be aware of it, but I will tell you in a sec. So just bear with me as I quickly bring up the match stats. We'll go through that, then I'll give you the news, and then I'll come to your comments, guys. So please do feel free to drop your comments in and let me know your thoughts on this game or any other games tonight. So let's quickly go to match stats. There we go. So bear with me a second, guys. Right, so they're on the screen now. I will read them out to you. But as I say, keep your comments coming if you wish. So total shots, guys, 15 for Milan, 2 for Newcastle. Shots on target, 7 for Milan, 2 none for Newcastle. Sorry. Possession, 46% for Milan, 54% for Newcastle. Passes, 176 for Milan, 217 for Newcastle. Pass accuracy, 82% for Milan, 87% for Newcastle. Fouls, 9 against Milan, 6 against Newcastle. Yellow cards, 1 against Milan, none against Newcastle. No red cards, thankfully. Offsides, 3 against Milan, 2 against Newcastle. And corners, 4 for Milan, none for Newcastle, although I believe they should have had 1 earlier on. Also, guys, just to let you know, as I said a moment ago, the Young Boys v RB Leipzig game just coming into added on time, and that is still 1-1. So that brings you up to date. Loads of games coming later on, but most of them are 7:45 kickoffs, guys. So I will keep you informed with those games later on when they all start kicking off. But let's go back to the chat. And also, just before I do get to the chat, let me just let you guys know what I read about last night with regards to Newcastle. They got in trouble. Newcastle have got themselves in trouble already with UEFA. Apparently, they agreed. With UEFA, that they could when clubs travel for the Champions League, there is rules by how they travel, what their obligations are, stuff like that. So basically, each club that travels away for the away game is supposed to leave and depart 2 days before the game. That is a rule within the UEFA structure. So they're supposed to basically be there 2 nights before the game actually kicks off. Newcastle had special permission, apparently, off UEFA to leave a day later, so they didn't actually leave Newcastle until yesterday when they should have left on Sunday night. So because they had special permission, they didn't leave till yesterday, which was fine. They were still within the rules of UEFA. They'd agreed it. UEFA knew that they were setting off late. That was fine. But then Newcastle's flight was delayed. Then Newcastle's flight was delayed further because there was bad weather apparently in Milan yesterday with rainstorms. So some flights were slightly delayed, which meant that Newcastle's flight landed in Milan later than expected, which meant they was 2 hours late for their press conferences. Now, if you guys know UEFA rules, they're very strict with press conferences. All clubs are obliged to take part in the pre-match press conferences and post-match press conferences. And as I say, because Newcastle were late, obviously nothing they can do about the weather. But there is question marks whether UEFA will be punishing them for being late for the press conferences, because obviously UEFA had already made exceptions for Newcastle setting off later, the day after rather than the day before that they should have done. So apparently UEFA are investigating it. So Newcastle could be hearing more about that. It's only a small thing, guys, but it's still relevant to this game. Just thought I would share it with you. So, yeah, Newcastle arriving late yesterday. I don't know whether they managed to actually do their press conferences because I haven't had a chance to look today because I've been busy at work. So I could get home in time for this one. But, yep, apparently Newcastle in breach of UEFA rules article, whatever it is. I can't remember the number of it now, which means that all clubs have to make themselves available for press conferences. Apparently it's a very strict rule within the UEFA structure. So Newcastle could find themselves on the receiving end of a fine, basically, from UEFA for missing the press conference. So like I said, I don't know if it was rearranged today. But we'll have to wait and see what happens with that. But keep your eyes open for it, guys, because I'm sure we'll hear some more news about that soon. Kira is saying, who do you think will take it all this year? That's a good question, mate. I think Manchester City are going to be difficult to stop, aren't they? But I really hope that other clubs in the Premier League compete with them this season, because let's be honest, if we have another season with Man City running away with it, winning it comfortably, then it's starting to kill the Premier League as far as I'm concerned. It's really starting to kill the Premier League as an attractive league. It's starting to make it look like the German league. Yes, it's a bit tighter, but the fact of the matter is you've got one club that everything's clicking, everything's going right for them. They can't seem to do nothing wrong, and every other club in the league seems to be struggling to get things to click into place, whether it's managers, players, whatever it is. So let's hope for this season it isn't Manchester City winning the league. But I wish them well in Europe. They may do another, may do good. Well, I don't think I can't see Man City winning the Champions League again, though, because there's too much competition in this in the Champions League. They might do. They might do. You can't write them off because they're going to be They're going to be strong in it again this season, aren't they? But I just think it's that kind of competition that you just can't call it. We've seen AC Milan, Inter Milan, we've seen Porto, we've seen Seville, we've seen Atletico Madrid. Sorry, we've seen so many clubs reach the final when not expected to do so. So it just goes to show how competitive the Champions League is, that you can just never truly predict exactly you can predict who might make it to the final, but you can't predict exactly who's going to win it. Because like I say, just look at the amount of clubs that won it that have not been expected to win it over the years, as some of them I just mentioned. So yeah, should be an interesting, but it's a good question, Kira. If you're asking me for a prediction who to win it, Well, I'll give you a prediction on who the club is that I expect to be the first club getting knocked out of it for UK clubs. Possibly Man United, because they're in shocking form at the moment. But yeah, who could win it? Obviously, there's the usual suspects, isn't there? There's Real Madrid. I don't think Barcelona got a chance to win it at the moment. They've still got too many problems off the field financially, so that's going to impact their season. For them, I think it's just about staying in the competition as long as possible and getting the income out of it. Because I don't know if you guys know what's going on with Milan, but they sorry, not Milan, sorry, Barcelona. They are in terrible financial trouble. They have got all sorts of crazy stuff going on. Do you know that they've sold off their profits to get loans? That's how bad Barcelona are in trouble. That they have got loans based on what their income is going to be on the next 4 or 5 seasons. So they're loaning on money that they've not even earned yet. That's how bad that club is being run. I don't know if you guys are aware of that, but yeah, I was reading about that last season. So I think for Barcelona, they're not going to be in the mix. It's going to be, I suspect, the usual suspects, as you say, mate. I think it'll probably potentially Real Madrid going to be in the later stages of it. Man City as well, potentially. I'm trying to think what other clubs we've got involved. Paris Saint-Germain. They might do a bit better this season, I think, now they've got rid of Neymar. They might actually do a bit better because I think having players like Neymar in the team was causing too much problems in the dressing room. So they might be able to focus better on it this season. I know a lot of fans won't like me saying that because they just go with names and follow the media, the mainstream media's brainwashing with regards to following names. But true football fans see some players for what they are. And let's be honest, I don't rate Neymar at all, guys. I think he's so overrated. It's unbelievable. Yes, he's a very skillful player. There's no question about that. But he's also a very sulky player. He's also a very Lone Ranger player, thinks he can do it all on his own, thinks he's more superior than the players that he plays with. That's not a team player. That's why I don't like him. So, yes, he's talented, no question, but he thinks he's more important than the rest of the team, and that's why I'm not a big fan of him. So, yeah, I say PSG maybe do better this season, mate. Maybe they could do better. I don't know if they could win it, but I've got to be honest. Now you're out putting me on the spot. I'm going to give you a prediction who to win it, and I think I would love it to be a UK club, but I think Bayern Munich going to be unstoppable this season. I really do. I think they're going to give some footballing lessons out again. They are the masters of giving out football lessons to other clubs. We've seen them do it so many times over the years. You think that they're not going to evolve because they're obviously not as rich as some of the other European clubs. They are a wealthy club. They're a very wealthy club, no question about that, but they're not as rich as some clubs in Europe. But I just can't see anybody really putting a stop on Real Madrid and Bayern Munich, and the only club that seems to be Bayern Munich's bogey team, if you like, are not in it this season, which is, in my opinion, guys might not agree. Let me know if you think differently. But for me, I think Bayern Munich's bogey team is Liverpool. They don't always seem to get the best result. They can smash Barcelona to pieces. They can beat Real Madrid. They can beat, and don't get me wrong, I know they've beaten Liverpool in the past, but they never seem to beat Liverpool comfortably. It's always a scrape whenever they play Liverpool. It's always a tight game. So for me, I think Bayern Munich's bogey team are Liverpool. But like I say, Liverpool not in it this season. So for me, I think it's going to take something special from another club to be better than Bayern Munich this season. So we'll have to wait and see. But let me know your thoughts, Kira. Stevie's saying, "Oh my God, how can Newcastle be responsible for flight delays?" I know, mate. I know, but that's UEFA's rules, and they'll look at it that they gave Newcastle extra time to travel, so that they will probably say that Newcastle should have set off earlier that day. Because I think they didn't set off till about 2 o'clock or 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So UEFA's going to just turn around and say, "Well, you should have set off earlier because you're on a private jet." So yeah, so I agree. Stevie. They can't be responsible for the weather, but UEFA will I'm sure we'll have something to say. We'll have to see what happens. I just know that they breached the rules. So it was reported yesterday they breached the rules. So they're obviously going to be potentially disciplined by UEFA for breach of the rules. But I agree, Stevie. You can't do much about the weather and flight delays. But like I say, UEFA will probably use the excuse, well, you should have set off earlier. You should have booked the private jet to set off in the early morning. But maybe Newcastle wanted to train at home in the morning and set off in the afternoon. I don't know, but they're going to have to get with it, aren't they, and stick to UEFA's rules and how they play. Kira236 saying, laugh out loud, UEFA can't be serious. If they find Newcastle, that would be a good joke. Kira, thanks for that, mate. I like that. Yeah, that's a good one, Kira. So yeah, I know it's a weird one, isn't it, Kira? But that's you know what UEFA are like with their rules, mate. They're you know what I mean, they create rules sometimes, I think, just to dish out fines so they can generate extra revenue. Kira saying United 3, Bayern 2. Oh, interesting. Interesting from Kira. You think so? I think, I think Bayern might be just too strong for United, I really do, but it's a good one. Good. I like the optimism there, Kira. Good shout, mate. So thank you for that. So we're just going to be getting back underway in a moment, guys. So let's get rid of that and uh, stick the team news back on screen. Sorted. There we go. So we're just waiting for the players to come back on the pitch. But yeah, interesting call that, Kira, mate. So just to let you guys know, when the game is finished, I'm going to be jumping off straight away. So please do be mindful of that, guys, because I'm going to jump straight off and get on to do the live match watch along for Feyenoord v Celtic. Which is kicking off at 8 o'clock. So I only have literally at the end of this game, between this game and the next one, I only have 15 minutes to get ready. So when this game comes with a final whistle, I will be jumping off really quickly, guys. BWFC Forever, how are you doing, mate? Welcome to the show. Hope you've had a good day. Good to see you, BWFC Forever. BWFC Forever saying, Koi Big, come on, you big. Is that? I'm not following that one. Sorry, mate. What was the? I think the COY is meaning come on, you. But I'm not following the BIG bit. So sorry there, mate. If you wouldn't mind explaining. BWFC, sorry, mate, I'm not following that. BWFC Forever saying, come on, the Celts. Obviously, that's reference to Celtic kicking off at 8 o'clock. So, yeah, we are doing that one later, guys. If you're not too busy, it'd be great if you could join me. Don't forget also hit the like button if you could, guys. Appreciated. But thank you for that, BWFC, and welcome to the show, mate. Hope you're having a good day. Joey, how you doing, mate? Joey saying, hi, Gaz. Mate, how you doing? I'm good, thank you for asking, Joey. Hope you're having a good day as well, mate. Welcome to the show. I always appreciate coming getting involved for you guys. So thank you for that, BWFC Forever and Joey. It's a pleasure to have you in the chat and the fandom community. Joey saying, come on, Newcastle. Absolutely, yep. Let's hope they can get good points out of this. Kira saying they're going to be a lot of goals in that game. Oh, the Celtic game, do you think so? Yeah, they could be, they're both very attacking teams, aren't they, mate? So you could be right. We could have a lot of goals. It'd be good. It'd be good if we do though, mate. That'd be right. Yeah, I should have got that. So yeah, thank you for that, BDS. I'll come to that in a sec, mate. But yeah, Kira, you're right. It could be a lot of goals. Both very attack-minded teams, aren't they? So let's hope so. I'm just hoping for a good performance from Celtic, to be honest, because like I said, last season they were really disappointing in the Champions League, only picking up 1 point. So they need to improve on that this season. They need to start showing that they are a team to be taken seriously in this competition. But yeah, I hope you're right, Kira. Fingers crossed, you're absolutely correct, mate. BWFC Forever saying, come on, you bigs, means come on, you boys in green. Right, yep. Sorry, my mate. I should have got that, to be honest. But there's quite a few abbreviations for Celtic, isn't there? So that's what kind of threw me off. The hoops. There's the hoops in there, and there's another one that's not coming to my mind as well. That's quite popular as well. But yeah, thank you for that, BWFC. Appreciate you explaining, mate. Top man, thank you. Sorry, it just been a long day, mate. I was up early this morning. I had to get up early to make myself available for this one. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been in finished work in time. So I've had a really early start to the day today. So apologies if I'm not always switched on. Just a little bit tired from the early start this morning. So my bad. As now Milan trying to press the ball. We are back underway with Newcastle in possession. Long crossfield ball out to this near side. But yeah, thank you for that, BWFC Forever. And as I say, mate, great to have you with us. So now Newcastle with the possession. It's a long crossfield ball out to that far side. Now Newcastle working the ball forward as Milan just intercept it. And I'm not sure who's knocked the ball. It's gone out of play. Yeah, I think it's Newcastle that knocked it out of play. I think Milan just guided it out of play there, but didn't touch it. BWFC Forever saying, what's your prediction for this, Gaz? I'm going to say 1-1. And nobody's actually asked me that, to be fair. So you're the first today, actually, mate. Although I've just probably upset the other guy that gave a prediction. He gave a prediction, but Dave gave a prediction, but he didn't ask me my thoughts. But yeah, I'd say 1-1, mate. I'd say 1-1. I think Newcastle would be quite happy with that, to be fair. They got 1-1. I think Dave said 2-1 earlier. And I think we had another score prediction. I can't remember what it was. I think somebody else said 1-1 possibly as well. But yeah, let me know if you guys have a prediction, because it is still nil. As we've got a free kick now awarded, and Milan get us back underway. Joey's saying, you're right, Gaz. Celtic do need to step up their game in Europe. I do. Yes, absolutely. Thanks for that, Joey. I think they do, mate. Like I said, last season they're mega disappointing, and they keep banging on about being the best team in Scotland, and that nobody can get near. Well, it's about time they started showing it in Europe. It's no point being the greatest team of your own country and then don't start showing that the quality that makes you champions of your own country. You don't show it in Europe. So for me, Celtic definitely need to step up to the plate this season. They're well overdue. They've got so much European experience. and yet they keep doing really poor season after season after season. And I know Celtic fans won't like me saying it, but truth hurts, done it. I don't believe in talking rubbish. I believe in talking honesty. If Celtic were doing well, believe you me, I would be sat here praising them. But like I say, I'm fed up with hearing the Celtic fans bang on about how great their club is, and then they go into Europe and do absolutely nothing. So it's time for Celtic to step up to the plate. We'll be right behind them tonight, wanting them to win, willing them to win. But the reality is the players on the field need to step up and show their quality in Europe. Otherwise, you're the champions of, dare I say it, not a terminology I like to use. I don't particularly like it. But let's be honest, it's starting to make you look like champions of what I've forgotten it because I don't even know it. But what's the word, the terminology that fans always use for a league that's considered one-sided? I can't remember now what it is. It's probably because I don't like using it. I hate it when I hear other fans using it. But yeah, for me, Celtic definitely need to step up. But thank you for that, Joey. I wish him well. I want Celtic to do well. I want all Scottish clubs to do well. But like I say, they keep banging on about how great they are as a club. But yeah, they've just recorded record profits, guys. So Celtic fans wanting to keep banging on about how great their club is. Why is your club announcing record profits and not reinvesting that into the team? So that you're getting knocked out of Europe, but not investing in the team. You're going into Europe, getting a European payday, but then not reinvesting it enough into the team. Record profits for Celtic recorded this. It was announced yesterday that they have recorded record profits this season, more than any other season gone by. They've made more money. So if they're making all that money, why is it not being reinvested into the team? Because not being funny, but we're seeing Premier League clubs, we're seeing Rangers stretching their budget, trying to build their team. Rangers really struggling for cash still, but they're reinvesting it. Other clubs reinvesting it. So why Celtic not reinvesting it? Yes, I know they're bringing in players, but they're doing it on the cheap all the time. Let's have it right. Going to Japan, bringing in players that they can get for £2 million on the cheap and then get them on cheap wages and then put them on the spotlight and sell them on. That's the attitude of Celtic. And these fans want to keep telling me that they're this great club. Well, a great club develops players through the youth academy, brings them through and creates a history and a legacy that continues for generations. Celtic is a great club. I have no issue with Celtic. They are a great club, but I'm just disappointed with them in Europe. I'm really disappointed in them with Europe. And until they start improving in Europe, I will ask the questions that Celtic fans don't like being asked. And that's because they like to have the blinkers on, don't they? BWFC Forever saying, yeah, much agreed, Joey. Thank you for that, mate. Top stuff, guys. You don't have to agree with me. I'm just sharing my opinion, but thank you. Great to know we got some fans with good football knowledge and intelligence in the Fandane community. Top stuff, guys. You guys agreeing that it's time for Celtic to step up to the plate. Stop the talk. Stop talking the talk and now walk the walk. That's the reality. Kira236 saying 0-1 Newcastle. Kira, so Kira thinks maybe, is that a smash and grab 1-0 Newcastle that you're thinking, mate? But thanks for that, Kira. Good shout, mate. BWFC Forever saying Armand said 3-0 to Milan. That's right. You're correct, mate. Yes, you're correct. Thank you for that, BWFC Forever. And now Newcastle coming down that far side. Cross comes in. It's knocked away as Milan pick it up midway inside the Newcastle half. Challenge comes in from Newcastle and the ball knocked out for a throw-in right in front of the Newcastle dugout on this near side. So, yeah, 3-0. Nice one. BWFC, top man. Thank you for reminding me that, mate. I forgot about that one. BWFC Forever also saying, and that's as a Celtic fan, Joey. Well, massive respect to you, mate. At least you're honest. Like I said, I'm nothing against Celtic. They are a fantastic club. My beef with Celtic is the fans keep banging on about how great they are and then they don't step up in Europe. That's always my argument to all Celtic fans. that want to bang on about how great that club is. It is a great club, no question about it. But you can't keep banging on about being champions and winning them. And it's like Rangers going on about winning the most titles. It's like winning the most titles, but you're winning a title that no other club cares about other than Scottish clubs. So, you got to step up in Europe. You have to do it to be considered a great, great club. You have to step up in Europe. You have to show your strength, show your greatness in Europe. That is the reality. If Celtic fans want their club to be considered a great club, their club has to start competing better. Nobody's expecting them to win it. Just compete. Show that you're a force to be reckoned with. Show that you're gonna. But like back in the old days, I remember watching Celtic when Barcelona feared going to Celtic Park. You ask Barcelona and Real Madrid right now if they fear going to Celtic Park. I bet they don't. I bet they don't. Not right this moment. But you go back 10, 15, 20 years, and every club in Europe feared going to Celtic Park because of the atmosphere. They knew they were going to get roughed up. They knew it was going to be physical. They knew they were going to get a game. Now, free kick on this near side for Milan. Ball crossed in as it's headed away. Milan picking it up, the pieces outside the box. Now playing it out wide to that far side as a challenge comes in from Newcastle. And Milan have won another free kick as Newcastle plays there, just showing a little bit of frustration. Yeah, he is looking for it there, the Milan player. But like I was saying before, that's European experience. But thanks you for that, BWFC, forever. Like I say, mate, massive respect to you. At least you're honest. Like I say, there is no question Celtic is a fantastic club. But, well, as I just said, I want to see them show that in Europe. Joey is saying, you support Celtic as well as Bolton? Yeah, he does. I think so anyway. But thank you for that, Joey. Yeah, I think he does, mate. Can't fault him for that. It's now free kick on that far side for Milan. Ball comes in. It's knocked away as Milan head it back towards goal. But then Newcastle head it away and up the field as Milan pick it up now in the centre circle. So thanks for that, Joey. And BWFC there saying, yep, thank you. Top stuff, guys. Joey saying, cool. Nice one, Joey. Loving the positive vibes, mate. Kyle H saying, what's up, guys? And chat, how's it going, Kyle? Welcome to the show, mate. Hope you're having a good day. And I'm good. Thank you for asking, mate. Hope you're doing good as well. So Newcastle now playing the ball out wide to that far side as they come forward into the Milan half. And the challenge comes in, and they've got a free kick just on the edge of the centre circle on that far side. So thanks for that, Kyle. And as I say, mate, welcome to the show. Kira236 saying, hey, how are you doing, mate? Man, top stuff, mate. Awesome, Kira. Loving. Always appreciate you guys making the effort with a positive vibe. So thank you. Kira, AC Milan now with a throw in on that far side as it's thrown back to their defensive line. And now AC Milan just knocking it back and now a long crossfield ball back out to that far side. It's Milan trying to stretch the Newcastle formation. So thank you for that, Kira. Kyle saying, all right, Kira, how's it going? Top stuff, guys. Thank you, Kyle. And PDOFC also saying, hi, Kyle. Kyle saying, yo, BDOFC, how's it going, dude? Top stuff, guys. Thank you. Loving the positivity. Kira saying, I'm good. Just stealing some tomatoes from my neighbour's garden for my sandwich. That's interesting. Yeah, bang to rights now, mate. You've just left a confession on Fanden. Mother Nature will judge you. Top stuff, thank you. And BWFC Forever saying, I'm good, mate. Top stuff, mate. Good to hear. And also BWFC Forever saying, ha, nice, Kira. Awesome, guys. Thank you. So now Newcastle with the ball on that far side as they intercept it. Now played up towards the halfway line as they come racing forward now into the Milan half. Now Newcastle playing the ball into the box. So Newcastle did intercept it then, and as soon as it was played in there, I thought they were going to get the offside, and that has proved to be the case. As one of the Newcastle players there, just a bit too far behind. Well, I'd say half a yard behind the AC Milan defence. We're now going to have Pulisic coming on for Chukwueze for Milan. And Rejander's coming on as well for Milan. So back underway now. Newcastle kicking the ball long down this near side, but it's eventually Milan that come away with it before a challenge comes in from Newcastle and it's knocked out of play for a throw-in. So throw-in close to the halfway line, just inside the Newcastle half as Milan play it back to their defensive line. If you just join us, guys, it is 61 and a half minutes gone, still 0-0. So now Milan coming forward, playing the ball out wide to this near side as they work their way towards the edge of the Newcastle box. Now the ball crossed into the box, but it's deep, and in fact, it's way too deep as it bounces out on that far side and goes out for a goal kick to Newcastle. Don't forget, guys, please do hit the thumbs up if you could, and thank you very much if you have already. Always appreciated. And now we're going to have a Newcastle sub. As it's Callum Wilson coming on and Jacob Murphy coming off for Newcastle. So, and Michael Almero coming on. I didn't see the player that's gone off there. Is it Briggs or something? Let me have a quick look. It might have been Botman that's gone off. So, any of you guys got score predictions for the games later? Celtic playing against Feyenoord away. So that's Celtic's game away. But also Manchester City playing at home tonight against Red Star. I feel sorry for Red Star. Keep getting drawn against City, don't they? They keep getting that unlucky draw every time they get into the competition. They seem to get Manchester City. They must be cursing the UEFA officials. Newcastle now playing the ball out wide from that far side as a challenge comes in from Milan, and the ball has gone out for a throw-in. So now Milan with a throw-in as they play it into the centre. Now Newcastle winning it back as Milan come forward. Newcastle now playing it forward as the ball played out wide to that far side, but Newcastle trying to win the ball. And so Milan win it back momentarily, and then Newcastle racing forward as they do win it back. But then a strong challenge comes in from Milan as they knock it back out wide to that far side. But Newcastle not giving it up as they challenge for the ball. And now Newcastle back in possession on that far side of the field. As just playing it back to their defensive line. Kira is saying, "Can we all pray for one more RB Leipzig goal? I'm trying to win." Okay. Yeah, that game's still 1-1, isn't it, young boys? The RB Leipzig. 61 minutes gone in that one. So still good half an hour to go, mate. Plenty of time for more goals in that, Kira. So hope they get a goal for you. I'll say that definitely. When's this? When is? Let me have a quick look. I'm interested when this Berlin club's playing because they're in it this season, aren't they? First time they've been in it. Where are they? There we go. FC Union Berlin. Flipping heck. They got it. Yeah, I forgot they got Real Madrid, haven't they? Flipping heck. What a tough draw for them. First game in the Champions League. And FC Union Berlin away at Real Madrid. Well, that's set up nicely for an upset, isn't it, I suppose? So Newcastle with the ball on the halfway line as they play it out wide to that far side. Now played forward as Newcastle trying to work the way up towards the edge of the box, but Milan pressing the ball as now Newcastle just playing it back to the halfway line. But yeah, hopefully, Kira, wish you luck with that, mate. Hope it goes your way. I can say that no UK club involved in it. So, like I say, hope it gets you. You get that goal that you need, mate. Thanks for that, Kira. Joey's saying 3-0 to City, 1-0 to Celtic. Interesting. Well, yeah, I think you might be right with the City one, Joey. Although I think the Celtic one might be a bit of a goal fest. I think Kira predicted that earlier, so I think we could have that maybe more like a 2-2 or maybe a 3-2 or something like that, possibly. But then again, maybe you're right, Joey. It might be a tight game. And just one goal to separate the sides, maybe. We'll have to see. But good shout, Joey. Thanks for that, mate. Awesome. I'll give that as a good prediction. As now the ball played down that far side. It's Milan challenging for it, and the ball has gone out of play again. We're just having a lot of stoppages at the minute with the ball keep going out of play for throw-ins. Kira's saying those German fans travel like crazy. They do, yeah, mate. They do. I'm just excited to see a club from Berlin involved because it's a capital city. We have clubs involved from Paris. We have clubs involved from London, Madrid, Prague. These are all capital cities of their respective countries. So I think we should be having more involvement from the capital city of Germany. So I'm like I say, I'm interested to see how Union Berlin get on. Don't expect them to win it or nothing, but just just be good to see them give a good account of themselves. I don't know what you guys think, but personally myself, if more German clubs can get into the Champions League, it might make the German league a bit more competitive, mightn't it? Might stop Bayern Munich keep running away with it. But only time will tell. Only time will tell. Dortmund have had enough chances, haven't they? And they just still can't win the German league, can they? Enough. But thank you for that, Kira. Well said, mate. Joey's saying, be cool if we get a goal fest, laugh out loud. Yep, absolutely. Got to agree with you, Joey. Let's hope Celtic give us a treat later with Feyenoord, because we ain't going to get that from Manchester City, are we? We might get plenty of goals, but it won't be. It'll be goals without reply more than likely. So, yeah, thank you for that, Joey. Good shout, mate. Let's hope so. Ken is put finished. Is that meant to be finished in Liberia or sin? I can't understand that. Ken, apologies, mate. I'm not following what you're meaning with this Liberia thing. So I did ask you before to explain a bit more, but yeah, I don't get what you mean, Ken. So sorry, mate. Apologies. I don't understand what you're meaning about the Liberia thing. So sorry, mate. Now Milan winning the ball back as they play the ball forward now, coming down the centre. As Newcastle now try to challenge midway inside their own half, but Milan still with the possession as they play it forward, looking to try and get in behind, but it's cut out by Milan. Newcastle, and now we've got a Milan player down in the centre of the field as that forces Newcastle to knock the ball out of play. That's really disappointing. I don't know. It might be a serious injury, this, because actually the player does look like he's not. Well, it looks like he knows he's not going to be able to continue here. So medical staff coming on the pitch. So yeah. So in case you guys didn't hear me before, just to let you know, at the end of the game, I will be jumping off quickly to get ready because I've only got 15 minutes between the two games, between this one and the Celtic game. So I will be jumping off straight away at the full-time whistle so I can get ready for that game. So it'll be a quick turnaround at the end of this game, guys. Quickly read out the match stats and then get off so I can get on to the next game before it kicks off. So hopefully you guys will join me. Apologies, I won't have a chance to read out the comments at the end of the game on this one. But you guys more than happy to come and carry on conversation and drop your comments in on the next show. And also, just to let you guys know, if you missed it, I told you guys at halftime about Newcastle being in trouble. They've got themselves in a bit of trouble with UEFA for being late yesterday. They're supposed to set off the night before to get to Milan. And they set off the day after, which they had agreed with UEFA. They had permission to do that, but because they set off late, they set off later in the afternoon. Then there was weather problems, and it meant that they missed their press conference obligations. So they're potentially in trouble with UEFA. Anderson coming on here for Newcastle, and Tonali coming off. So yeah, just quickly trying to let you guys know that might not have been here at half time. Newcastle getting themselves in a bit of bother. Whether UEFA will punish them, I don't know, but they have breached the UEFA rules, strict rules about the press conferences that all clubs must meet the obligations of press conferences, pre-match press conferences and post-match press conferences. And Newcastle haven't stuck to that because they landed late in Milan. So we'll have to keep an eye on the next couple of days, whether there's any more news about that, whether UEFA do punish them. Apologies to repeat that for you guys that did hear it at halftime. But like I said, just letting you guys know that might not have been here at halftime. So now we're back underway as both clubs just made some substitutions. As now Milan get us back firing. I don't know how they're back in possession though, as it should be Newcastle knocking the ball out on that far side. So poor sporting conduct showed by Milan, as they should have kicked the ball back to Newcastle, but they didn't. And now they're building as they come down this near side. Ball crossed in and it's headed on and it's over the bar. Oh, fantastic effort, but always going over the bar. And the Milan player looks like he might have injured himself here, getting on the end of that, falling funny. Beautiful delivery, but it's always rising and goes over the bar. Kira saying Frankfurt is the German side I like. They are very aggressive and attack minded. Okay, fair enough, mate. Yeah, fair enough. But I've got to be honest, the German team that I've not watched them a lot, but I don't know why, but I've just always had a little bit of a soft spot for them. I do like the Berlin clubs. I've never knew too much about Union Berlin. But I heard about when I was first started learning years ago about European football. I did quite like what they call now these Union Berlin and the other one Hertha Berlin. Although I've never watched them very much, I've just always looked out for their results occasionally. So, but yeah, I've never watched them. But that's because there's too much spoilt with UK football, mate. Spoilt. We got too much UK football to watch, so never much extra time to watch German teams, in fairness. But yeah, I might start showing a bit more interest in the Berlin clubs because I'm interested in how they do. Like I say, I find it strange, guys. If you're wondering why, I find it strange that every other capital city in Europe seems to have clubs in the Champions League. Istanbul, Rome, um, Real Madrid, London. There's so many clubs, but we don't have any involvement from the German capital city clubs. So yeah, for me, I've always found that a bit of an unusual one. Corner comes in for Milan as it's knocking about in the box, and it's eventually cleared away as Milan do get the shot off, but it's deflected away. Now Milan picking up the possession on the halfway line as they build again. But thanks for that, Kira. Yeah, I think I've seen a little bit of Frankfurt, mate. I think I've seen them play a couple of times, but not loads. But yeah, you're right. They are an interesting side. And now Milan coming forward as they work their way into the Newcastle half. Milan now playing it out wide to that far side as Newcastle now winning it back. They challenge and win it. Now racing down that far side as they come forward now into the Milan half. But Milan challenging for it and too much to do on his own there. He should have just kept bombing forward a little bit more. As now Newcastle drawing, claiming for a free throwing on that far side, but the referee has given it Milan's way. So thanks for that, Kira. Yeah, I like to say, yeah, Frankfurt, good team as well, mate. I just don't know a lot about them. Like I said, I've always had a bit of interest in the capital city clubs in Berlin because I just find it strange that every other club, every other city in Europe almost has got clubs involved in European competition, particularly the Champions League, but not Germany. Now, Milan with the ball work down this near side. Cross comes in. It's deep, but it's deflects out to that far side. It's now Milan challenging for it, and it goes out for a throw-in. Now, Milan with the throw-in as they throw it back up the field. And Milan keeping the pressure on. Ball crossed into the box as it's knocked away by Newcastle. Kira Kira, what competition is Frankfurt in this season? I presume have they made it to Europe? Have they got an UEFA Cup or Europa League, Conference League, or anything? Let me know, mate, if you know. Now Milan coming forward again as they work the ball out to this near side. Another cross comes in. It's deep as it's blasted away by Milan, and you can see the frustration coming on Milan now as the clock is ticking down. We're on 77 minutes, still 0-0. So we've got another stoppage here, guys. The Milan goalkeeper down on the pitch. As the medical staff coming across to give him treatment. Eddie Howe taking advantage of the breaking players. He's trying to get instructions on the pitch to his players. Players coming across to the touchline, getting instructions from both clubs, actually. So goalkeeper's back on his feet. Marcus Spolder coming on. I think his goalkeeper not going to be able to continue here. So, yeah, Milan making the goalkeeper change, and it's Magnan, the goalkeeper that's going off injured, and Spotty Follow. I can't even read his name. Spotty Follow. Sorry, guys, I'm trying. I'm trying to read his name. I can't get it. So yeah, we're on 80 minutes gone, guys. 10 minutes remaining. So you guys got any thoughts you want to share with me, or any opinions? Please do drop them in now with only 10 minutes remaining. As I say, guys, we'll be quickly reading out the match stats at the end of this one, and then jumping straight off so I can get the Celtic game scheduled, and on we only 15 minutes between the two games. So now Milan gets back underway as they play the ball out to that far side. Kyle H with laughing faces there, although I'm not sure what the laughing's about, Kyle. Can you let me know, mate? I'm not sure what that's about. But thank you, Kyle. And now Newcastle winning a free kick further up the pitch. This should give them an opportunity to relieve the pressure. Musa, the Milan player with the challenge there, who's got a yellow card. It's really clumsy. That completely takes out the Newcastle player. No attempt to get the ball. So yeah, thanks for that, Kyle. Let me know what you're laughing at, though, mate. Not sure what the funny thing is, but nothing wrong with sharing the fact that you're enjoying something about the game or something that's making you happy or laugh anyway. Now the free kick for Newcastle as it comes into the box, but it's a poor one and it's knocked behind, and that's going to be a goal kick to Milan. All right, thank you, Kyle. Yeah, sorry, mate. Kyle's saying you trying to read his name, dude. No worries, thank you, Kyle. Well, at least it entertains you guys. I do try. I do try to read out some of these names, some of these foreign player names that I don't know very well. But like I say, you need to get to know a player sometimes when they've got an unusual name, and then you learn how to pronounce it, don't you? But if you're not familiar with the player, then you're going to make a right pig's ear of it, so to speak. Giroud now getting a yellow card as well. So Oliver Giroud showing frustration there. He's the kind of player that is hungry, isn't he? But thank you for that, Kyle. Glad it entertained you a little bit, mate, because the game's not doing an awful lot for us at the moment, is it, to be fair, mate? It's a bit scrappy. It's a bit bitty. Ball going out of play. Lots of stoppages. Referee keep blowing the whistle for fouls. So, yeah, unfortunately, it's not been the most entertaining game, but Newcastle won't be bothered. They're in potential to get a point out of it so far. Ian 0406, how you doing, Ian? Welcome to Football Fan Den. Ian saying hi. Den, how's it going, mate? Welcome to the show. Hope you're having a good day. And let us know what I can't remember if we've seen you. I think I've seen you on the channel before, Ian. I'm not sure. But if I have, apologies if I'm forgetting. But thank you for that, Ian. Let us know what club you support. As now Milan racing down this near side as Newcastle getting the challenge in and the ball deflects behind, and now Milan going nuts because Pulisic feels that that was last touch off the Newcastle play. But let's be honest, Milan have had a few that have gone against Newcastle, so they can't be complaining like that. As now the ball goes out again on this near side from the restart as Milan winning the free kick. Milan really showing their frustration so far. Ian 0406 saying, I'm fine, I'm new, I support Manchester City and Burnley. Awesome. Well, that's what I like to hear, Ian. Thank you, mate. Love fans that support more than just one club. Shows you're a true football fan, mate, because you're supporting other clubs, not just one, because you love the game, so you love football. I love hearing fans that tell me they support more than just one club. So thank you for that, Ian. It's a pleasure to have you with us. Welcome to Fandom. Welcome to the Fandom community as well, mate. I'm sure some of the other fans will give you a welcome as well in the chat as we continue to build Fandom for good fans that enjoy conversation with other fans in a positive environment. So great to have you with us, Ian0406. And yep, awesome, mate. I'm presuming you're looking forward to what will probably be a good performance tonight from Manchester City. You guys, I think, will win that comfortably tonight. As now Milan coming down this near side, cross comes in, and the goalkeeper manages to jump the highest and claim that. So that relieves the pressure for Newcastle. So yeah, thanks, Ian. And yeah, I like that. I do like that. Two different style clubs. One club that is rich and successful, and one club that is a club that I like as well. Even though it's a rival club to my own, but I do like Burnley. They just win games and get results by working hard as a team. So it is a club I do like, even though it is a rival club to my club. Now Milan on the attack as they come forward, knocking the ball out wide to this near side as the ball crossed in. Newcastle knocking it away, and Newcastle eventually do clear their lines, playing it out, but Milan not letting them get up the field as now they win it back, now crossing it back into the box as it's headed away, and Newcastle picking up the pieces outside the box. Joey's saying, going to grab some food, guys, then we'll join you on the next one. Thank you, Joey. I appreciate it, mate. Always appreciate your company and your support. So, top man, thank you, Joey. Hope you have something nice to eat, mate. And yeah, hopefully, look forward to seeing you on the next one. As I say, mate, always a pleasure having you involved in the Fandom community. So, thanks for that, Joey. And hopefully, see you very shortly on the next one, mate. Top man. And Kyle saying, a point is a fair result in this match, but I think Newcastle need to go for it for last 10. Sitting being happy with a point is just asking to lose it. No, absolutely, yep. Got to agree with that. Well said, Kyle. Yep, that's a great point, that, mate. That is a good point. Although I think Newcastle, obviously, they're feeling their way into the competition. Now Newcastle on the attack as they won it back in the middle. Now playing it out wide as they come racing into the box. Now coming towards the byline. Ball crossed in, but it's easier for the goalkeeper to reclaim that as now he tries to get Milan on the move. Ball played up the field as now Milan on the attack down that far side as they race towards the Newcastle box. Shot coming in, and Pope makes a comfortable save as Giroud just showing his frustration there. And now Newcastle playing out again up towards the halfway line as they come forward now into the Milan half. Just a bit slow here with the build-up players. Newcastle with a cautious approach. But yeah, well said, Kyle. Got to agree with you there, mate. Thanks for that. Ken Fish saying Burnley got a good point yesterday. Yes, they did. Yes, you're right, mate. Yeah, we did that game yesterday. Was it a point? Yeah, it was a point, wasn't it? Sorry, mate. Sorry, Ken. I'm doing that many games, mate. I'm getting confused with what happened. Yeah, well, 1-1 won it against Forest. Yeah, we did do that game last night. But yeah, it's just been a long day, mate. So yes, you're right. Well said, Ken. Good point yesterday for Burnley. Forest probably frustrated with dropping 2 points away from home. They probably, at home. Sorry, they would have wanted to try and get the 3 out of that. But as you say, Burnley know how to grind out results in the Premier League, don't they? So Milan now playing the ball out wide to this near side as they try to come forward, cutting the ball inside now as they come into the box. But Newcastle with a last-ditch challenge, and then eventually they knock it away to this near side for a throw into Milan. So thanks for that, Ken. Yep, I agree with that one, mate. So we're having another Newcastle change here. So it's Barnes coming on, and it's Isaac coming off. Alexander Isaac, I think he might have took a knock, and that's why they're bringing him off so late. Obviously, also be run the clock down a little bit as well. But yeah, Alexander Isaac, I think might have be carrying a little knock. So we're bang on 90 minutes gone, guys. We're into added on time. Don't forget, guys, if you've got any final thoughts, please do drop them in now. I will read the uh, match stats out at the full-time whistle, and then I'm going to quickly jump off so I can get onto the other game. So hopefully you guys join me there. 5 minutes added on time, guys. So corner on this near side for Milan as that ball was headed out of play. So corner comes in. It's deep by Milan as Newcastle managed to deflect it out to that far side, but Milan pick up the possession again as they play it back now towards the centre circle and now down the middle as Newcastle just sitting deep on the edge of their own box. Now Milan with a shot from distance, but it's always rising and goes over the bar. So goalkeeper now with a long ball up the field as both sets of players head it, and the referee blows for a foul. And I think he's going to give a card again here. So it's a free kick to Newcastle, just inside the Milan half of the field, right on the edge of the centre circle. Newcastle need to be careful here, commit some bodies forward, but not all of them. And obviously, if this doesn't go the way they want it, it would be perfect for Milan to hit them on the counter attack. So Newcastle going to have to be switched on here to try and make the most of this opportunity. So Newcastle now take the free kick short, as now eventually they cross the ball up into the box, and now Milan with the possession out on this near side. As now Milan on the attack down the near side, but last ditch challenge there by I think it was Trippier. What a challenge as he wins it back there for Newcastle and relieves the pressure. Now Newcastle just knocking it about as they've knocked it out of play on this near side, but got to give credit to Newcastle for that challenge there. Now ball played towards the byline from the throw-in and crossed in, but Pope manages to get down low and gather that, and that relieves the pressure. So 3 minutes into the 5 minutes added on time. Yeah, Trippier, beautiful tackle. What a tackle. What a challenge there. Sliding in, and he got that pinch perfect, peach perfect, as now the ball kicked up the field by Pope. Both sets of players challenging for it. It's deflected back to the Milan goalkeeper. He kicks it up towards the centre circle as now Newcastle eventually pick it up, kicking it back towards the Milan goal, but it's gone out of play, and that will be a goal kick to Milan. Now Milan playing the ball out from the back as the goalkeeper kicks it long up towards the halfway line. It's headed on by Newcastle as though they win it and knock the ball out to this near side under pressure from Milan as they play it forward, but Milan intercept it. Now Milan playing it out to that far side as they try to push forward now, but Newcastle challenge and win it back as now Newcastle with space to run into down that far side as they come forward now towards the edge of the Milan box. Take the shot, lad. Come on. Now knocked out wide to this near side as played back inside. Can Newcastle get the shot off? And the goalkeeper forced into a save as it's deflected over the bar. Yeah, that was going in, and the goalkeeper getting hands to that, knocking it over the top of the crossbar, and that's going to be a corner to Newcastle. Milan in a bit of panic mode at the moment. Won't like the new boys in the competition coming to their ground, giving them a game, will they? So yeah, we are bang on the 5 minutes added on time. We've got stoppage at the minute or delay in play for that for a Milan player down on the pitch. So we're going to have a corner on this near side for Newcastle. Could be the last kick of the game, this guys. But Newcastle now coming across as Trippier coming across to take it. Get a good delivery, lad. Come on. Smash and grab would be perfect here for Newcastle, wouldn't it? He's waggling his finger, but don't know what that's all about. Referee not allowing the corner to be taken just yet. Corner comes in, deep towards the back post. Goalkeeper knocks it away out to that far side. And it should be another corner, but on the opposite side of the field. So, we're not going to have the corner there. That's fault from the referee. He should have played on because there was a stoppage. But there goes the full-time whistle, guys. And I've got to say, positive result for Newcastle away in Milan as they get a 0-0 draw. And obviously no goals, but I'm sure they'll be happy with a clean sheet and the fact that they've got their first point on the board in their first game. So fantastic start to the tournament, I would say that for Newcastle. So quickly, let's go to the match stats, guys. Bear with me a second. Have you guys got a final word? To please do drop it in now because I will be jumping off in a moment straight away after I've read out the match stats. So if you guys have got any final thoughts, please drop it in quickly. I won't have long. Only a chance for a quick goodbye or something if you want to drop it in now, guys. As I say, got another game coming in 15 minutes, so I've literally got to jump off. Oh, I pressed the wrong one, you bugger. And then, sorry, guys, just bear with me a second. I'll get the right one in a minute. That's rushing. There we go. So here's how the game has gone in numbers, guys. Full time, it has finished 0-0, and total shots for both teams is 25 for Milan, 6 for Newcastle. Shots on target, 9 for Milan. Sorry, 1 for Newcastle. Possession, 53% for Milan, 47% for Newcastle. Passes, 404 for Milan. 379 for Newcastle. Pass accuracy, 83% for Milan, 84% for Newcastle. Fouls, 16 for Milan, 13 against Newcastle. Yellow cards, 4 against Milan, 1 against Newcastle. No red cards. Offside, 4 for Milan, 3 for Newcastle. And corners, 6 for Milan, 1 for Newcastle. So there you go, guys. That's how the game has gone in numbers. And final word is going to Kira, as I'm going to jump straight off, guys, and get on the Celtic one. So Kira saying, yep, that's a good enough result for Newcastle. Absolutely well said, Kira. So, yeah, thank you very much for your company this afternoon. Kira, a pleasure always to have you with us. And also, big shout out to all you guys that jumped in earlier as well. Hello to big shout out to Ian, new to the channel, Ian 0406, and Joey, who dropped in as well. Ken Fish, although I wasn't understanding most of your comments tonight, Ken. And BWFC Forever. Also, Barnsley fan Ryan, who dropped in earlier. I've not got used to his new account name yet. And also Dave. As well as Ben, who also dropped in earlier. I think I've covered everybody, but I haven't got time to go through the list. So thank you, guys. Thank you, Kira. Take care. I will hopefully see you on the next stream as we go jump across to Feyenoord against Celtic with the 8 o'clock kickoff. Hope to see you there, guys. But for now, from me, that's it. Take care. All the best. I'll see you soon. Bye for now.